Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about salary cap, doing my final salary cap update video for this season here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. This will be the last lineup update video I do this season. I could do another one on Tuesday, but I don't think I'm going to. I guess unless salaries change significantly. If they change dramatically, I'll do one. Otherwise, this is going to be it until next weekend when the new season of salary cap starts. But this is going to be just a final reminder video to finish up salary cap if you haven't already, and all that type of stuff. And I'll show you all the team that I am working with right now for salary cap. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So salary cap, and you are somehow not aware, this season was for a dark matter premium pack, which you could get if you got to 2,500 points in all 3 rounds of salary cap. If you have done the first 2 rounds and have not done the 3rd round, do not forget to get it done before Friday morning when season 6 comes out. This is your last opportunity, so make sure you get it done now while you can. And 5,000 points obviously would get you those 3 Galaxy Opal pieces this round for a free Galaxy Opal. So if you haven't played salary cap this season and you want to get a free Galaxy Opal, 5,000 points can get you that. I went to 5,000 points in the first 2 rounds. I will not be going to 5,000 points this round. I just don't really see the point for a Galaxy Opal at this point in the year. But with that being said, the lineup that I have been rocking with in salary cap has not changed a lot, but it has changed some. So I'm going to show you all the updated team that we're working with right now. It is this 3, 2, 1, boom. That is not this. I lied. That's the wrong lineup. We can go over this lineup though. 2K made these duos really expensive. Core Brewer, Joakim Noah are now a 12,000 salary dynamic duo, which, I mean, they are 2 dark matters, but still, you don't really get a shot creator there. I don't know if this duo is really worth using right now when it's this expensive. I just think it's a little bit too much, in all honesty. Now, Joakim Noah is 10,000 salary, so we could use him as a placeholder for Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. I know a lot of people like to use Wemby in salary cap. He's also 10,000 salary, as y'all can see right there. So for those of y'all who do want to use Pink Diamond Wemby in salary cap, I will build y'all a Wemby centered lineup right now. Opal Wemby's not really worth using. I think he's too hard to use, in all honesty, too hard to get to fit under the salary, but you can get a really solid squad around Pink Diamond Wemby. Like I think you can still build a really nice team and still fit under the salary. In fact, something like this is a really nice squad. You got a 2,000 salary Core Brewer. Honestly, you could swap him out for somebody else if you want to even save some more salary if you want to go somewhere else. But like, pretend this is Pink Diamond Wemby, or let's just say you wanted to use this dynamic duo. This is how you would do it. In fact, I wasn't even thinking about that, but I still have the dynamic duo in here. So if you wanted to use the duo, this is how you would use it. You just surround them by amethysts, good amethysts. You even have room for AC Law as well as an extra 2,000 salary player who I think is really, really good. But this would be what your Wemby centered lineup would look like. Imagine Joakim Noah being replaced with Wemby or something like that. Or if you wanted to use the dynamic duo, something along these lines would be what I'd recommend. If you want to have more size on the court, you can definitely do that. Just have to make sure you are intentional about how. So something like this might be what I recommended lineup if you want more size, if you want Noah at the 4 instead of the 5. This is a lineup that gives you a little bit more size, and I think this is also a very, very good squad. So a couple of different options there. Hopefully this does help y'all out for those of you who have that goal of maybe using this dynamic duo in salary, or of using a Pink Diamond Wemby in salary or something along those lines. You can fit those types of cards in for sure. Now, I would not recommend trying to fit in a card who is more than 10,000 salary. The reason that I say that, let's say I wanted to throw in Galaxy Opal Victor Wembanyama, who's 14,000 salary, 14,500. All of a sudden, I am like really running low on salary. Even if I throw in some cheaper cards here, I am really running low on salary. I'm still 3,000 over, and this is with this good of a team. So then all of a sudden I have to put in like emeralds, you know what I mean? And I lose the ability to build a really good squad because I have to put in such low overall cards off the bench. Now you can still do this, and it is certainly an option if you want to, but you're definitely going to have a much weaker squad. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. So I don't know if that's what I personally would recommend. Like right here, I got an all emerald team at this point plugged in here, and it's still over salary. It's still 400 over salary. So you'd have to go even weaker than this. Like you'd have have to weaken Cam Reddish to an emerald, throw in somebody, Tybalt's 500, so you'd have to throw somebody cheaper than that in. Like, it just becomes really, really challenging to make the lineup fit, is basically my point, with a card as expensive as a 14,500 salary. Anybody over 10K, basically, I think becomes a real challenge to fit into your lineup. So with that being said, the actual team that I have been using right now is this one. This is the updated squad, making sure we have a lot of cheap cards in here in addition to our top tier card, who continues to be Michael Beasley. I'm just going to continue to use him as my top tier card until 2K either makes him more expensive than 8,000 salary, or until there is a better top tier card for that price point to use. And right now I just still don't think there is. Michael Beasley as my primary scorer is an awesome option at the small forward position, and he plays enough defense for me as well where I feel very confident with him at the 3. AC Law gives me another elite level primary score. Again, this card 2,000 salary. I think I can pretty much guarantee y'all until there is another AC Law type card, there would have to be somebody better than him for 2,000 salary or under for me to take him out of the lineup, basically. And as of right now, I don't see that happening. I think this AC Law is going to be a mainstay in my salary cap lineup as well for a long time, because he is so good as a scorer. I mean, in 16 games, he's averaging 12.6 points in 10.8 minutes, shooting a little bit less than 50% from 3, but that includes a lot of bad shot, like once I get takeover and stuff. I love this card. He's so much fun to use offensively. He is really, really good as a scorer, and he draws a lot of defensive attention as well. I think he's an awesome option. And then Bruce Bowen has slotted into the lineup this week as well, a cheap Apex Diamond who I've had for a long time, but 2,000 salary right now. He fits in really nicely as a 3-and-D option at the shooting guard position. Obviously, Amethyst Corey Brewer gives you basically the same amount of thing, or the same style of play. So if you wanted to throw Amethyst Corey Brewer in there instead, let's say you have him for free, you don't want to buy Bowen, you could definitely do that. Honestly, there's an argument to be made that Corey Brewer is better than Bowen. Like, you could definitely say that, even with him only as an Amethyst with all the gold badges he's got and stuff. And a very nice jump shot. Really, either of those guys at the 2 give you that lockdown, big, versatile defender to guard a primary scorer. And also having that lockdown defender, a Bowen, a Brewer, whoever it is, gives you the ability to not have your scorer, for example, Beasley, on ball and tire him out more. I can put Beasley on a secondary ball handler. I can put Bowen or Brewer, whoever it is, on the Michael Beasley or Dr. J or whoever the scorer is on my opponent's team and have more flexibility. Also, always have the option to put Bowen on if I play against an AC Law, somebody who can dribble and somebody who's good with their point guard. I can put Bowen there and I can have Beasley guarding. I have multiple defensive options in the lineup. Fareed and Mogbo are no-brainer power forwards, and they're 1,200 apiece. Just 2 guys who might be a little bit undersized but are fast, athletic, with smooth jump shots, provide a lot of value at their position. Really like both those cards, and we'll continue to use them when they're cheap, especially for Fareed, but really Mogbo too is super solid. Tyson Chandler, as long as he's 2,500 salary or cheaper, honestly, even if he's a little more expensive than this, if he's 3,000 salary, I'll still probably find a way to get him in the lineup. This card is awesome. I shoot consistently with him. I feel confident knocking down threes with him. I shoot about 50% from the 3-point line. And I mean, he's awesome. He rebounds his butt off. He defends. He blocks shots. He's contesting everything. He feels good against higher tier bigs. Like if I match up against a Pink Diamond Wimby or a Pink Diamond Kalel Ware, whoever else people might be using at their center position and salary, Tyson Chandler is chilling. He will match up against those guys at a high level defensively while having the speed to compete with them, the finishing inside, and the ability to knock down an open 3 if somebody doesn't respect his shooting ability. DeLon Wright, 6'5" point guard off the bench, defense, slashing. He's got the Aaron Fox escape as well. He gives you the size that I'm looking for at the point guard position. Another option as well, in case AC Law, who is undersized, only 6'3", is getting abused defensively, I have the DeLon Wright option as well to plug in there. Tamani Kamara, just like Bruce Bowen, 3-and-D shooting guard, big, athletic, good defender, very versatile defender, really solid card for 1,200 salary. Now that he's that cheap again, he finds himself back in the lineup. And then GG Jackson, same story. If he's this cheap, he's going to be in the lineup every single time. Both he and Oso Ighodaro, if they are this cheap, they will find their way into the lineup. That I can guarantee you, because both of those cards are really, really good Amethyst. GG just has a great release, a little bit of movement ability. He's just a super nice offensive small forward who's not a liability defensively. And then Oso Ighodaro is a 7-footer with the ability to stretch the floor just a little bit. Low 3-ball again, but he's 93 speed, 98 standing and driving dunk. He's fast, he's athletic, he's a good defender, and he's tall, and he can hit an open 3 when need be. Very much like a budget version or another version of Tyson Chandler. So really like this lineup. I think it's very deep. I think it's very well rounded. I think it's a really good squad, and I thought I would share it with y'all. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.